Welcome to a special off-season edition of the Tiger Basketball Report. I'm Spiro Morekas, along with the head coach of the Tigers, Pat Skerry. And Coach, you haven't had any games to play, but you've certainly been busy over the last month, haven't you?
We have been busy. It was good to, it's a challenging year with the pandemic and some injuries and not what we had hoped for, but we've been really busy. We're in our third week of workouts. The strength and conditioning workouts have been outstanding, and we're doing yoga and skill work and a lot of shooting, and the guys are doing an awesome job. Really proud of them with that. And then we're working on getting some guys healthy. And, Nick Timberlake just had some surgery. He'll be back in about 6 weeks. A lot of people don't know he was fighting through some difficult bone spurs in his ankle. So he had a good year for a guy that was fighting through injuries. And then we're slowly but surely going to get Jason Gibson back healthy. He was another guy that was playing hurt. So that was as important as anything. And Curtis Holland has been in workouts and looks great. So we're pumped up about that. Want that to continue. So that's we're getting after it. Yoga, lifts, shooting, skill work. The guys are doing a good job.
Surgeries, you got it all going on. Now the thing is, and people may not realize, not only did you have 3 pauses during the year, but you had, again, 2 of your key guys, Gibson and Timberlake, playing with serious injuries throughout the course of the year. So even though Nick had flashes of brilliance, he could have been even better had he not been hurt. And Jason, even in the tournament, had to leave the game and never came back because he was fighting through his back issues all season long.
Well, yeah, both those guys, first of all, are tough kids that are committed to winning. Okay, and they're really good players that had good years for us. They'll have excellent years next year because not only are they the right kind of guys, but they'll be healthy, and that changes everything. When a guy's not healthy, it's you can't practice all the time, and you can't perform at the level that. And these guys are, they want to perform at a certain level. So, it's exciting to think about those guys getting healthy, and then some guys that we'll talk about that we got coming in that are going to be big additions for us with their talent and their toughness and their character.
Well, let's talk about 2 new guys that were announced this week. First, Terry Nolan, a Baltimore kid who was at GW a couple of years ago and really hurt the Tigers in that game. Well, now coming back where he can hurt the opponent.
Well, I like that because Terry's a guy, great family, smart guy, smart kid, and he's an elite talent. He scored 24 on us a couple of years ago out at GW and just, finished a very good season playing for an excellent program, Bradley, with Brian Wardell. He's going to graduate and come in as a grad student. We tried to get Terry out of high school, and then we tried to get him before he went to Bradley. So 3rd time's the charm. We're happy to have him coming back. Not only has he been a good scorer, he's terrific defensively. He's competitive. He's quick. He's long. Bradley really did a good job improving his body, and he was second on their team in assists. So he's got great speed and ability to create and transition or off the ball screen, and help our other guys. And look, we're committed to putting a lot more shooting on the floor than we had this past year. 2 years ago, we had good shooting. We had an unbelievable year offensively in our league, and I believe we'll be back to that.
And then today, another announcement as from Albany, Antonio Rizzuto, who was from York, Pennsylvania, and a story in a York newspaper last week talked about that and talked about how former Tiger Four McGlynn helped to get Mr. Rizzuto to Towson.
Well, we're excited about getting Antonio. 2nd team All-America East, 1st team All Defense. So, I love guys that play defense, and we just added 2 good ones. And, team captain, strong, and career 37, 38% 3-point shooter. He averaged 12.5 points a game, but he played for Pat McGlynn, Phil McGlynn's dad's AAU team, good program. York Ballers right up the road, and is known for and his brother for a long time, works out with them. And we were excited to get Antonio. I just feel like those 2 guys with what we got coming back like we talked about with Nick and Jason and then Curtis getting healthy. And then obviously Charles Thompson, who had an unbelievable year for us. And, a couple freshmen are playing well and working right now. And Derek Jones and Chris Bieku that, we're going to be more than on the right track. But Antonio's a good player, as is Terry. Antonio, it's a crazy story. Both these guys are well-rounded. Antonio, was a volunteer firefighter on the day
I was going
off.
to mention that if you ever have a difficulty on the bus,
it's unbelievable.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable. And then Terry has his own clothing brand that he started, a business. There was a big article last year in the Baltimore Sun. These guys are good guys, mature guys, and good players. So I'm proud of our staff. Kevin, Brandon, Pat. Pat was a lead guy on both of them. Parfait and Jordan, they're working hard, and so is everyone. Andrew, Amit is training us, and Miranda academically. So we're here's the big thing. You and I talked about this a lot. We're back to getting in some normalcy and forming habits, usually the type of habits we've had through routine. That's the only way to form habits. Now it's important that we continue to develop our guys and finish recruiting the right way so that we're back where we believe we should be, and to get beyond that. We've had a lot of success, but we have not finished the job. I feel really good that this group's going to put us in a position to do that.
All right. So what's the plan over the next couple of months? What happens? What can players do? What can they not do as far as getting together and working out?
So we work out every day with our strength coach. Amit is Coach Amit's doing a great job, and then Friday mornings we have a 6 a.m. grinding workout, and then we have skill work twice a week, and we're doing yoga twice a week.
Are you doing yoga?
I've done 2 of them. We're on week 3. I have not done all of them, and can
we get a video of that, please?
No, you cannot. Not for free, anyhow. And I did the first 2 virtually because even though I'm vaccinated, I was in quarantine because I was not within 2 weeks. I was home. I did them virtually, and I can tell you, virtual yoga with Coach Pat Skerry is not going to make a lot of sales.
What about summer? What happens during the summer?
Yeah, so these guys will go till May 4th, and then they have to break on the NCAA rules, and then we'll be back. We didn't have last spring and last summer at all. We'll be back for 10 weeks in the summer, 8 of which we can train them on the court, and 10 weeks they can go with the strength coach. And that's what I'm jacked up about because we've had success developing guys. I've got great staff that believes in teaching and sinks their teeth into guys, and that's what we're committed to doing. So that's the piece that's been exciting, just getting back to doing that. Charles Thompson, who's a terrific player for us, he reminded me about 2 weeks ago, I was talking about Summer. He goes, Summer, we didn't even have a spring last year, Coach. You guys have never had an off season with me. And, when I step back, I'm like, man, this guy's going to be really good after we get him for a full off season.
All right, Coach. Well, continued success on the recruiting trails. We see you in your car. I don't know where you are. You could be at
That's my new Netflix show, right? Coach in the car. Hey, and let's congratulate both women's volleyball and women's swimming and diving on championships this weekend. Unbelievable accomplishments, especially in these challenging times.
All right, Coach, you're right. And we wish them a lot of success over the next couple of weeks. Thank you, sir.
You got any jokes for me, Spiro?
Not today.
Good.
Yeah, you doing yoga. That's the joke. We'll talk to you soon. Thank you.